and children, this is Joker of Us Gaming is proud to present to you some MLB The Show 24 here on the PlayStation Network and YouTube. I am your host, the one true Joker. Today it will be the second game of this three-game series between the Blue Jays at the Oakland Athletics. Blue Jays, of course, got their 50th win of the season, beating the Oakland Athletics 2-0 in the last game. The Blue Jays have a 50-14 record, by Oakland has only managed half that of Blue Jays with 25 wins. They got 40 losses this season. To try to avoid losing this series today, Oakland Athletics will put Paul Blackbird on the mound. He has a 4-6 record with an ERA of 4.78, I believe. And he will have a tough matchup today, as he will face his counterpart from the Blue Jays, Matthew Boyd. Boyd is currently 5-0 with an ERA of 1.58. This game, of course, will be played at the Oakland Coliseum, known as Rickey Henderson Field. Side note, of course, this will be the last time you see the Oakland Coliseum on MLB The Show, as they will be going to Vegas next year, which surprised me. Going to the lineup today, there will be, once again, some changes. Kevin Kiermaier, of course, had yesterday off, where George Springer played center fielder for him, but Springer, normally in right, will be replaced by Luis Gurriel Jr. Only other notable changes, Brandon Belt will go back from first to the DH department, as Vlad Guerrero Jr., who had yesterday off, even though he came in as a pitch hitter, is back at first base. Bo Bichette, who had yesterday off, came in defensively as a defensive change in yesterday's game. Will be in the shortstop position for Charles Lepe. We'll actually have this game off for Davis Snyder. Dalton Varsho will stay in left field, even though he was pitched out defensively in yesterday's game. He's going to be the starting left fielder again. And Dave Jansen, who had yesterday off, is back in the catching position today. As you see, this is the lineup. Couple of changes by the Oakland Athletics here. Looks like Davis, Seth Brown, and J.D. Davis, and I should say Davidson is the other change, and Dale Hernandez will be the other change. And now we take the John and Chris to call most of this action.
We're at Ring Central Coliseum. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Oakland Athletics.
Oakland
First pitch coming your way next.
Trying to avoid losing this series, as we see the Oakland crowd here on this rainy afternoon game. Or evening game. Might be an evening game.
So just about set. And pitching in this one for Oakland, Paul Blackburn. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Discrestion Jr., the 2023 All-Star, will start things off today for the Blue Jays. Swings a bad one. Don't know what he was doing now.
Already chasing that nasty slider.
They're in the wild card position opening.
Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Swung late, fouls that off. And Discression Jr. still facing the 0-2 count here in this opening matchup.
Swings through it for the K.
And he will strike out.
Up the ladder for strike 3.
Blackburn, not known for strikeout, gets his first strikeout.
As a strikeout pitch over the years, and what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone,
first strikeout of the game for
Blackburn,
Blackburn,
and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vlad had yesterday off, even though he came in as a pitcher in yesterday's game. Currently batting .313 with 22 home runs this season.
Empty.
Fouls that one off. The 2021 winner of the Hank Aaron Award, facing an 0-2 count here. He will fly that out to the right fielder for the second out of this game.
Out number 2. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And a big factor for them in recent games, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Well, he's an extremely tough out right now, putting together some great at-bats one after another. And some people don't realize in the team context what that does, making that pitcher work harder. He passes the baton to a teammate and lets somebody else get it done. Has an on-base percentage over 500 in his last 10 games.
Bo Bichette stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Bo Bichette, milestone watcher. He's currently at 98 home runs in his career.
Righty to the plate. The ground to
Will
third.
ground out to the third baseman, who makes a great play defensively to get the third and final out.
Down in order go the Blue Jays. And now the Athletics offense gets its first shot here. No score. Back after this.
Rizzo, it will be, of course.
Back here with my pal
Menendez,
C.
so
And
what is
today's
his name?
starting pitcher, Matthew Boyd, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
The wide to kick the pitch. Foul ball
Matthew
there.
Boyd, as you know, was drafted by the Blue Jays before he went on to Detroit, and then signed back with the Blue Jays as a free agent this season.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Came in late in the season, called up from AAA, and he hasn't disappointed. He has a 5-0 record with a 158 ERA.
That one hit to right.
Snyder runs back and
Makes
does
the
get
grab
it.
on the run. And a quick out number 1. And time now to check out the A's lineup. In that 5 spot, a guy that's been struggling a little bit, Tyler Soderstrom.
Yeah, and Boog, sometimes all you need when you're slowing like this is just a little bit of confidence. You need a little bit of luck. One at bat where you hit the ball hard, maybe it's caught, no big deal. Or maybe you get a bleeder, it gets you a hit. You just need to feel good about the at bat, and that's when things start to turn a little bit. We'll see if he can do that in this one.
And it's fouled away.
Miguel here.
0-1. That's hard hit on the
Will
line.
fly out to Dalton
Varsho calls
Varsho
it in, and
for the
there's 2
second
away.
out. And so far, Jay's keeping Oakland at bay
Two
here.
out, space is empty. And now the center fielder, Yuri Ruiz.
Ruiz, of course, hoping for a better outing today as he struck out 3 times in yesterday's game and flied out.
And there's a rocket into the outfield.
And
makes the turn and heads for
Kevin Kiermaier will get it.
And he'll pull into second with 2
Thought about third, but he ends up holding us for the double.
Anytime you rip a line drive
22nd
way,
double
you
of the
feel really
season.
good about what you did at the
Ruiz
plate.
has
Trust
to
in
be
your
happy
hands,
about
you let the ball
this,
travel, and you
or
took
whatever
the
his
ball
name is.
straight to it.
Has
That's
to be
great work
happy
right there.
about that. As the right field, Luis Jr. fails to get that ball
Really
and
strong
ends
hitting
up being a
performance
double.
recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with the knock in this.
And
Now
the
this is
Oakland
through for
will
a base
open
hit.
up the
Rounds
scoring.
third, headed for the plate. The throw's offline, he's saved. And it's 1-0.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to
It
do
took
too
6
much with
innings
the
last
pitch,
time
just
for
shot
the
it through
first
infield.
run, but today it's the first inning of play. And instead of Jays opening up the scoring, it's
2
the
outs, runner
Oakland
at
Athletic.
first. And here's the catcher, Tyler Soderstrom.
So
And a
some
pop-up
will
right side,
pop
foul territory.
out for the third and final out to
And
Glad
that ends the
Grill
inning.
Jr.
But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single as the A's are on top. You're dialed into the show.
J.D. Davis does his job. Getting that RBI. They open up the scoring. So at the end of 1, it's Oakland Athletics
Back
1,
in
the Blue
Oakland, all
Jays
set for the
nothing.
start of the inning. And the batter now, Brandon Bell.
Brandon Belt, of course, leading the home run
Blackburn,
department
a
in
former
the overall
All-Star,
league.
30 years old
The
now.
32.
A former first-round pick back in 2012.
Only got on base for a double in yesterday's game.
Right
He
side, hard
grounds
hit.
it right to the
Tosses
first
to the pitcher
baseman, first
covering the
baseman
bag.
pitcher
They get
for
Belt for
the
the out.
shutout. Good stop, Oakland. Big out there by the Oakland Athletics.
Now it's Devers at the plate.
Devers, of course, opened up the scoring in yesterday's game with that double. Devers
The
will
middle,
ground
Davidson
to
throws the
the
first in
shortstop
time.
who makes
And
the
a
play
couple
to
of
get
quick
the out.
outs.
Blackwood, so far, doing a good job on the mound here.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
Dalton Varsho, who struggled in
This lineup's going
yesterday's
to have to
game, was
find a way to
0-3.
make him work a little harder
Hope
out there
to
on the
turn
mound.
things
I mean,
around.
he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout,
That's
do
it.
whatever it
Deep.
takes.
Back,
Moving
but
on to this one.
because of the weather, it
Brings it in for
dies
the third out.
easily to the center
After an
fielder
inning
for
and
the
a half,
third and final
it's
out.
1-0.
Oakland will start things off with Ryan Nolan, who's batting .211 to start things off in the top of the second.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Digging in for Oakland.
I mean,
Ryan
bottom of
Noda.
the inning, sorry.
Boyd back to work. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Ryan, of course, was 0-3 in yesterday's game.
Good eye in that spot. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
He
Yeah,
did
no doubt.
there. That
He
should have been
rewards
the
pitchers when
second
they're
strike.
working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
1-2 here. Got him swinging.
And Ryan
And one
strikes out there.
Just indecisive in that
Matthew
at-bat. He
Boyd's
couldn't commit
first
to the
strikeout
slider, tried to
in
sit
this
in between,
game.
just not able to put the bat on the ball.
A beautiful pitch there for a beautiful strikeout.
So here's Brown at the plate.
Seth Brown, who had yesterday off, currently batting .253.
And that's
Let
in
the
there at the
first one
knees
go
for a
by.
strike. A's
Seth Brown's only
leading by
has
a run. Bottom
2
half of
home
inning
runs
number
this
2.
season. Fouls that off. Now he faces an 0-2 count. He was a 19th round draft pick back in 2015.
That to right.
He flies that
Gurriel has it sized
one
up.
right to Gurriel
Brings
Jr.
it in. That's out number 2.
For the second big out. Jays keeping the scoring at 1 so far for Oakland. Matthews boys so far have a good inning this time around.
That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Torrin was a 5th round pick back in
2 outs, base is
2016. Fouls out on off there. Torrio, of course, batting .240 this season with the Athletics.
2 down, nobody on.
Strikes out there to end the inning. At the end of 2, still remains 1-0 for the Oakland Athletics. Master Boys has a better out in this inning, getting the third and final out with a strikeout. His second of the game.
Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the second baseman, number 36.
Davis Nye playing in his 2nd game in a row here.
Blackburn back to work. To 3rd.
Snyder will ground right to the 3rd baseman, who makes an easy pay for the out.
Retired here in the 3rd.
Blackburn keeping it going with another out here.
Danny Jansen to hit here.
Danny Jansen, first time up in this series, currently batting .345, as I said.
Now a
he hits
screamer
it,
into the outfield.
But it's right to the left fielder. And Oakland so far is doing well defensively.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris.
Kevin Kiermaier, batting .264, was off in yesterday's game. Hits it right up the gut.
That's a base hit.
Ball base hit there.
So now back to the top of the order.
And the Jays still alive here in the top of the 3rd.
Simple, played Pepper with the middle of the infield.
Back to the top of the order.
There's just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Gurriel.
Gurriel swings and misses there.
Throw to first. Kiermaier back in.
Oakland keeping Kiermaier close
Blue
to
Jays
first
down
there.
a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Kiermaier on the go. There's the ball. Throw is low.
Kiermaier will easily get his 23rd stolen base.
Check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
One count.
And here comes.
Runs again.
Runner goes again. Pitches low.
Another little pitch.
Well, sometimes
And Kiermaier will steal his second base in a row. Number 24.
Got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that.
So Kiermaier now 90 feet away.
That's how you steal third base.
Can Luis Gurriel Jr. catch him in to tie this game up?
A little bit high. Now 3-1.
First
Luis
pitch strike
Gurriel
from the pitcher,
facing a
no panic at all
3-1
by the
count.
hitter. Very patient, showing good
For
discipline.
Vlad
Now he's in the
Gurriel
driver's seat with
Jr.
a 3-1
on
count.
deck.
Righty delivers. Right through there.
Had the red light there. Now it's a 3-2.
The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
2 outs. Now it's
And Luis Gurriel, instead of tying the game, has given the Jays the lead with that beautiful home run over the left field wall.
It's 2-1. The brighter the lights, the
Luis
more
Gurriel
he
Jr. gets his 10th home run of the season.
Moments, and right there made a statement big time.
And the Jays regain has came back to
Chris,
take the lead
quickly.
2-1.
Let's take another look with the help of StatCast.
Yeah, just a laser of a home run.
Not what Blackburns wanted to do.
but, you know, it wasn't a towering shot by any stretch, and it didn't need to be. That thing was torched.
408
So 2 down,
feet.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Slide hits one deep.
Left field.
That's back.
Drifts towards it.
But it will
Nabs
dive
it, and that'll do
into
it.
the left field as well.
The Jays get a pair on this homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the show.
We
Canada.
go to the bottom of the third. Oakland hoping to tie things up with their play appearance. But of course, it's going to be a challenge with Matthew Boyd, who has currently 5 wins, no losses this season.
As we go to the last of the third, here's Logan Davidson.
Logan Davidson off yesterday, batting today, currently
The lefty
311.
fires. Foul back our way,
Swings
and that's
and
out of
fouls.
play.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across. This is where you
Davidson
look for
was
the starter to go
0-1
out
in
there,
his
have a
last game.
shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Grounds it to
Chance
Snyder,
on
and
to
Snyder
first.
easily makes
Leadoff hitter
the out.
gone in the third.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Darryl Hernandez.
So the batting order turns over. Darryl Hernandez up next
Darryl
for the
Hernandez
A's. Flied
is
out his
currently
first time.
0-5 in
He's
this
someone that you
series.
might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one drifts inside.
But this guy's definitely
Good
a
eye
plus
there.
runner. What I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
1-1 count to Darryl here.
One down, base is empty. Fouled off. He was late.
Matthew Boyd looking to have a second scoreless inning in a row here.
Hit in the air, right field. And that'll
Well,
fall for a base hit.
Junior
The
will
throw in.
have to rush in and get it, as that
With the
is
way
hit in front
defenders
of
track
him.
down balls these days,
And
both from the
Oakland
infield
keeps
and
the
in
inning
outfield,
alive.
There really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that, but there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
See if Oakland
One
can
gone, runner at
capitalize
first.
here
Here's Miguel Andujar. 0 for
on
1
that
so far.
2-out base single.
And that's off the inside.
Great eye
edge.
there by
And it's
Miguel.
1-0.
Foul there. Now the count is at 1-1 here. He has 61 hits
Whole
this
team
season.
down a run. Here in the last half of the third. Runner takes off. The 1-1 is
Can
fouled
run,
off.
but nothing progresses there as he fouls that off.
At the belt and fires.
Miguel
In
will
the
pop
air, out
up.
towards
Bo
left
goes
center.
back in
No
the
trouble
field.
here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Yeah, that's
And
a tough
gets
play
the
for the
second
infielder,
out.
ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
I don't
Now
know.
here
It looks
is
like Bo
Este
had no
Uri
problem
Ruiz.
now to get that
A double
second out.
And a run scored his first time up.
Louise, of course, struggled in yesterday's game. Opened up the
Fastball
storm
for a
with his
strike.
Well,
beautiful
if he's going to steal
hit.
second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it
Snyder
out of the
runs
way
back
so the hitter can
and
focus
makes
on the
the
pitch.
grab for the
He's
third
got
and
it.
final out.
That is the inning. 1 left for Oakland, and our score remains 2-1.
2-1 at the end of 3 for the Blue Jays. Bo Bichette start things off in the 4th.
Start of the 4th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Blackburn going to have a better inning this time around. Gave up 2 runs in
And the
last
pitch.
inning.
Fought off foul.
Bo is 1-5 in his career against Blackburn.
That smash towards center.
Hits it and goes 1-6
Pulls it
with
down,
that
and he makes
fly
the
out
catch.
to the center
One away.
fielder. Blackburn
Up to the plate is Brandon Belt.
Now faces a big hitter in Brandon Belt. And Belt got a double in yesterday's game.
And there's a ball.
That's the first one to easily go by. Brandon Belt is 1-6 in his career as well.
And there's a foul ball.
Just like Bo, who is now 1-6. So all favorites show Blackbird is favored to win this battle.
One down,
We'll
base is
soon find
empty.
out.
On the ground, right side. It's through for a hit.
And it's a hit up the middle for a 1-out single.
That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think
Again,
so.
he's on a
It's
hitting
not
streak.
like it changes the
Number
scouting
12.
report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Man aboard, and here is Devers.
Well, Devers hit a double play. Blackbird's going to probably try for
On
it.
the ground, could be two.
And there's one
There's
there.
one. Low
And
throw, and he can't dig it out.
just mishandled by the first baseman to keep the inning alive.
Well, that was going to be a really tough one to turn two on, so a nice job to get the out at second right there. Hold on to the baseball. Shortstop clearly paid the price, but that kind of comes with the territory.
Dalton
For the Jays,
Varsho
Dalton
next up for the Blue
Varsho.
Jays.
Well hit.
Base knock, center
And
field.
it will be a single there.
Just kind of sliced that one into center.
So the Jays now have men on first and second here with 2 outs. Jays still lead 2-1
Now
here
it's
in
the
the top
second
of the
baseman.
4th. David Snyder, he's 0-1 today.
That
Hits
one
it down the line.
and
Just foul.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
He's looking to add some insurance here in the top of the 4th against Blackburn and the Oakland Athletics.
And that one pulled foul.
Hit down the line again, but well foul. Snyder is batting .300.
First and second, 2 down. Left field. Andujar coming on.
And will fly out to the left fielder to end the inning to keep the score
Blue Jays leave a
2-1
pair.
Blue
They
Jays.
still lead it 2-1.
We go to the bottom of the 4th with J.D. Davis to start things off. Try to turn things around to avoid losing this series.
Back here in the East Bay, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you.
And the 1-2
leading off
joker.
the bottom of the 4th, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis currently 1 for 1 today.
A wind in the pitch. To the
Hits
right
it right
side.
to Vlad, who makes an
Guerrero takes it
easy
himself.
ground
One
out.
in the bottom of the 4th. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
The struggling Tyler Stromstrom, who has been struggling
The
this
A's
season.
trailing by
Last
a run
game
here in the second
was
game of the
0-3 with a
series.
couple of strikeouts. Currently 0-1 in this
Swing
series.
and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
He now faces
Another
an
0-2
0-2
count
count.
right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Check.
Swing, now an appeal to third. No swing,
No
he held up.
swing.
Darryl Parker with the call there. That pitch just misses the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Questionable call there to put the count 2-2. As Tyler fouls that off to keep the count 2-2. Oakland down by 1 run here in the bottom of the 4th. Tyler fouls that off again.
Left-hand hitter waits. Still 2-2
And the
after the
third
foul ball.
foul in a row. Now Matthew Boy
Left-hand
having
batter waits.
struggle here to get this second out.
On its way to the corner.
As Tyler fouls out,
And that will draw
fouls
a foul.
for the fourth
It really
time.
feels like we might be
8
running out
pitches.
of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Got it by
Tyler
him.
strikes out there, and his struggles
Well, that right there
continue.
is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing
Matthew
away from
Boyd
the hitter,
gets his
blowing away
third
with some
strikeout
good
of the
action
game.
at the end. You know, even if
In
he
this
gets the bat to
heavily
that ball, it's
rained
probably
game
just
so
a weak
far.
ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Will rain play a factor in this game? We'll find
Striding
out.
to the plate now for Oakland, Ryan Noda.
So far it hasn't. Noah,
That's a
who
little bit
has
low.
You have to be
struggled
creative pitching against
in this
bad ball
series,
hitters. You gotta
currently
add some
0-4.
velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't
1-1
expect them
count.
to swing at.
plus
The
the
Blue
first
Jays up by a
rural
run.
draft
We're here in the
he
bottom of the fourth.
was claimed by Oakland and back in
So now
2022.
1-2.
He currently faces a 1-2 count to Matthew Boyd. Boyd looking to get his fourth strikeout of the game, and
Swings and
does.
misses, struck him out.
And that's
And
the
1,
end of
2,
4.
3 go the A's. They're down 2-1.
Matthew Boyd pitched at 6-3, gem of the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Jansen to hit.
Blackburn out for his fifth inning of play.
The pitch. In the air to left
Has
down
a
the
tough
line.
foul in Danny Jensen.
And a foul ball. Jansen measures 6 feet 2 inches.
Jansen
28
has
years
spent
old,
his
and he's
whole
been quite a
7
threat
years
lately with 6
with the Blue
homers in
Jays.
his last 10 games.
In real life, he was traded to the Boston Red Sox. So as a Jays fan, I'm gonna miss Jansen.
On the ground to third.
Jansen will
Davis
ground
with
out,
the throw to first. One away here in the fifth.
kind of ground out. To the third baseman, who makes a great play defensively.
Here's Kiermaier now. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. You talk about elite defensive
Kiermaier
players, especially in the middle of
with
the diamond.
24 home
And
run-
this guy
stolen
is
bases
at the
this
top
season.
of the list. First pitch
That's the
misses.
first one go by.
And he played behind guys,
He's
and they love
2
having
and
your
5
speed
in
out there
career.
defensively. One of the things that we
Against
talk about is
Blackburn.
how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. And that one fouled off.
Blackburn has been a very difficult
Boog, and
pitcher
the one
for
thing
the Blue
about that
Jays by
is
looks
speed
of
never
things.
goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is
That,
play
well,
great
just
defense
drops
if you're
in front of
talented that
the,
way, and this is what this guy does. Couple of hits
right
in a row
fielder,
for him here.
as he'll
Just a
quickly get
solid
the
swing
end,
right
but
there. Caught it
Kevin
out front and
Kiermaier
ripped it into the
currently
outfield
at
for the base
24
hit.
stolen
Those always
bases.
feel great.
Could we see
Back
stolen
to the
base
leadoff
number
spot in the Blue
25
Jays
here?
lineup. And it's runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike.
And we
Safe
do.
at second,
Late
and that
throw.
was not close.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump
Kiermaier
right there.
held
Really nice
at
steal at
second.
base.
Kiermaier back in.
Kiermaier's always kept stolen 3 bases in this game now.
And the 0-1. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third.
And he's
Save.
safe.
Wow, that's a pretty
Fourth
elite
stolen
throwing
in
arm
this.
right there from the catcher spot. Pretty
Fourth
daring for
stolen
him to try to
base,
steal
26
third right
of
there,
the
but he gets the
season
bag.
for Kevin
Maybe the
Kiermaier.
element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
I don't know about that. I think Blackburn expected him to steal, in my
0-2
opinion.
now. And a foul ball. He
Luis
stays alive.
Gurriel
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from
currently
him much, but
has
he's
an
got a
0-2
really
count.
good feel when he throws
1
it.
out with Kiermaier 90 feet away to give Jays possibly a 2-run lead in this game.
Kicks and deals. Foul ball still 0-2.
Luis Gurriel reaches for that one. Luckily, he fouls it to keep himself alive at the plate. Blackburn looking to get big out here.
And the right-hander deals.
But Louisville hits it
hit
down the
knocks in a
line.
run.
And Louisville will get a long single and an RBI. And now the Jays have a 2-run lead here in the top of the fifth.
Runner on at first with one
Blackburn
gone.
here on the mound.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Faces the 0-2 Vlad
That
Guerrero.
one hooked foul.
With Luis Guerrero on first with one out here in the top of the fifth. Jays up 3-1. Blackburn trying to keep the damage to a win here.
The 0-1. Right side.
That's hit, but the right fielder does
Pulls it down,
run
and there's
in
two
time to chase it down for the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
Bo Bichette, who's 0-2, has lined out and ground out so far in this game. Hits it
And
down
it
the
goes
line,
just
but
foul.
foul. Bichette has struggled against Blackbird. His career is 1-6.
Here's your 0-1. He swings and
And
fouls
another
one
hit
off.
down the line, but foul.
It's so
That
hard to
did
slow
have the
yourself down when
distance.
you see that juicy breaking
But
ball.
luckily
But the
foul
most
there.
success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
On the
Hits
ground
it
to
right
short.
to short, short to
Sends
first,
it across the
and
first.
not more
And
in the
Bichette
inning.
is retired. And that is the inning. But the
We
RBI
look
single
at
pushes
the
across a
RBI
run.
by
It's
Luis
now a
Guerrero
3-1
Jr.
ball game. This
And the
baseball on
Jays
show
currently
Canada.
have a
Back in
3-1
Oakland.
lead here
And
in
now
the
here
bottom of the
is
fifth.
Seth Brown.
Seth Brown
As he
currently
turns on the rubber
0-1,
with that good live arm delivers.
facing the
The
strong
other way,
pitcher.
and out number 1 on the ground.
Well, fly a kind of line out right to Bo Bichette there.
Now it's the DH, Abraham Toro. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Asher Boy hasn't had many strikeouts in this game, but he has pitched
There's a
so
strike.
far
It's just been an impressive outing so
three
far.
strong
Continues to pound the
innings.
zone pitch after pitch. And he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
Sure, it's 0-4 in the
Slice
series,
to right,
and
it
fail!
stays there. And that rolls
That's
into the
gonna be
corner.
a double.
Around first and hustling for second, and that's a 2-bagger.
And that's a big 2-bagger.
Showed a willingness to
His
drive that pitch the opposite
double.
way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right
Yeah,
to it, and then
fair.
extended through the
Yeah,
swing for the line
fair.
drive base
Wow, how close that was. Look how close that was from being foul. A beautiful hit for a beautiful double.
Next up for the A's, Logan Davidson.
Logan Davidson hoping to cash in
And that
here.
gets the inside corner for a strike.
That's the first one go by. He's currently 0-1.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. And a swing
Swings and misses hard there. 0-2 count now. Could be a big out here for the Blue Jays.
Now this is in the air down the
Lost a
line.
run, but
that
totally
drops foul.
not there in
Definitely got the
time to
hitter
get it.
conscious of the pitch
Davidson
inside. Really think the
stays
outer half is
alive
open.
here.
And it's second. Swings through
And
it,
a
and that's
big
a strikeout.
strikeout. Keeping the man on second as Matthew Boyd
So the
gets his
Oakland lineup turns over.
fifth
Stepping
strikeout
in
this
is
game.
the speedy Darryl Hernandez. 1 for 2.
Ananias is 1 for 2 today, as Chris has said. Oakland Athletics mascot trying to get the crowd into it here in this 2-run deficit game against
That's
Oakland.
to third.
Devers will get it
Rolls
and
across
makes
the
the play
diamond.
in time
Inning
for the
over.
third and final out.
The A's
So
strand
4
1, and they still
great
trail it
innings
here
by
3-1.
Matthew Boyd. As the Jays, after 5 innings of play, is up 3-1.
Top 6, and now the DH, Brandon Bell.
Here comes the dangerous Brandon Bell. He has extended his team streak to
Pitch.
12.
And
is
first
2
offering
for
is fouled
7
off.
against Blackburn
Well,
in
these
this career.
Jays doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back
Has a
that up.
commanding
One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only
RBIs
struck out
this
one
season.
time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Blackburn has the 0-2 count in his favor here against Brandon Belt.
The pitch. Swing
Brandon
and a
Belt
miss. That one in the
swings,
dirt.
and
And it beats him
Whoa,
for the first out after the
strikeout.
drop third strike.
Well, I don't think
Drop
there's a
third
hitter
strike.
alive that hasn't
Blackburn
at some
gets his
point
second
succumbed to
strikeout.
that pitch right there. It just looks like it's
As
in the zone the
said,
entire
Blackburn's
way,
not
and then the top spin
known
and
for his
gravity take
strikeout,
over in the
but
blink
gets
of
his
an eye,
second
and it's
strikeout
just such
there.
a tough pitch to lay off of.
And it's a big out
Rafael
for
Devers
Oakland.
up to hit.
Blackburn trying to
And
keep this
first offering
score
is fouled off.
where it's at. Jays currently have a
All those
2-run
numbers
lead
mean this
with a
offense is
3-1
really making the
score.
defense work by just putting the ball into play.
Rafael
Anything
Devers
can happen at that
has
point.
grounded out the first 2 times.
One down, base is empty. Now a fly ball to
That
right center.
flies
Ruiz
out
should
right
have
to the
this
center
one.
fielder
Snags it
for the
for the second
big
out.
second out here in the top of the 6th. This might be
Dalton
Blackburn's
Varsho next up
last
for the Blue
inning of
Jays.
play. And he has a big challenge here in Dalton Varsho, even though Varsho is kind of somewhat struggled as of late.
And first offering is fouled
He has
off.
yet to get on base in this series. Even though in 7 games he's gotten 4 RBIs and a triple.
And a pitch.
Sorry,
Swing and a
Varsho
pop-up.
did get on base,
Noda. As this one
but
sized
not
up,
this time as he
He's
pops
got
out
it, and
to
that'll
the
end
first
the
baseman to
nothing
end the
doing here
inning.
this half. 2-3-4, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. It's
I
the
don't
Blue
know
Jays
why
3
I thought Varsho
and the
didn't
A's
get on
1.
base, but I thought he hadn't, and he did. But he will not get on base this time to end the inning.
Well, we go bottom 6. Now the left fielder, Miguel Andujar.
Miguel is 1-5 in this series, currently 0-2 today.
The wind of the pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Matthew
You know,
Boyd, of
these
course,
A's,
has had
from what
5
we've seen, I
strikeouts
think
in
it's
this
fair to
game.
wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's
And
adding
he
a
will
ton of pressure to
fly
their
out
offense.
to Dalton Varsho.
Varsho makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Yuri Ruiz.
Roy Reeves, as I said, struggled in yesterday's game, going 0-4 with 3 strikeouts. Currently 1-2 today.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
And that will be a beautiful
So a man
single
aboard now with 1
to
away.
keep the inning going. Matthew Boyd and the Blue Jays might be looking for a double play here.
J.D. Davis.
We do have a strong challenge in J.D. Davis. Davis
Check swing.
doesn't
Look down
swing,
the first. No swing.
and no
Just
swing
held
on
it
the
back
check
there.
swing.
And now the lefty. This one in the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
Jansen does a great defensive job there.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss.
Big
And the
strike
count is
there.
2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
It might be a smart move by Oakland.
Here comes a pitch. Cuts and misses. It's
No
a
run, and
Got away
here's
with that curveball,
Matthew
no doubt
Boyd,
about it. It passed
strikeout.
right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just
Big
couldn't
out
get the bat
there.
on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Matthew
Tyler
Boyd looking to
Soderstrom
have
up next for the A's.
5th inning in a row with no runs
Immediately
against
bumps in a
him.
strike to the left-handed hitter.
And the guy on the mound, the struggling Tyler Strongerson, who's currently 0-2 so far.
And he deals.
Trying to change his fortune. Fouls that off. Now he faces an 0-2 count. Matthew Boyd having a commanding...
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Commanding inning so far. Has only given up one hit.
And a pitch. And downstairs.
Tyler trying to keep things going for Oakland.
Goes down looking.
And fails to swing at the third.
One left for Oakland.
Called strike.
It's 3-1.
The seventh of Matthew Boyd in the game. And Matthew Boyd has pitched 5 straight scoreless innings.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Michael
And
Kelly.
here is Michael Kelly.
So
Kelly was warming up in yesterday's
right
game, but did not come in.
Score right where it is.
Michael Kelly, of course, trying to keep the score where it's at.
Here's the second baseman.
Chris has said. His first task he faces is Davis Snyder of the Blue Jays. He's 0-2 today.
And a miss. Strike one.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
To my knowledge, Snyder's only got on base one time in the series. He grounds right
Slings it across.
to third,
That's
and
the first
third
out,
makes
the
a
top of the 7th.
great defensive play to get the out.
The catcher, number 9, Danny.
We're in the top of the
Danny
7th. Jays
Jansen
up
next up for the Blue Jays. Lots of pop at the
3-1.
plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track.
Danny Jansen is always a dangerous hitter.
That one fouled off.
Fouls that one off. Kelly trying to keep the score. Only a 2-run deficit here.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss.
And
0-2.
Jansen
Double
swings
barrel
out bad.
action in the bullpen. Austin
Alexander
Adams
warming up
to throw.
again.
Alexander
was
getting
in
cranked up as well.
Yesterday's game. And Adams also warming up.
Righty to the plate. Got him swinging.
And Jansen gets caught chasing out a bad one as
Well,
Kelly
clearly
has
just
gotten
anxious right there, and
big out.
understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just
Here
one of those pitches
comes
where
a
it's
2-2
not over the
battle.
plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand,
The
by
man
the time
who's
you
2
realized
for
it
2
wasn't going to be in the
today,
zone, it's
Kevin
too late to hold up your
Kiermaier.
swing.
Racing Kelly to keep Kelly, of course,
In the air, left side.
does his job as a reliever
and
and gets the 3 out.
And that is that.
And the Jays still have a 2-run lead here at Ricky Henderson Field. We go to the bottom of the 7th with the hitless Ryan Nolan in this series now up.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in for Oakland, Ryan Noda.
Noda, of course, like I said,
Line
hitless.
up pitch.
0-5 so far in this
You can
series.
tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Placed down the
And
line. Took the
Oakland
extra
will
bases.
start with
Now
a
he'll turn for
double.
second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for
Seventh
him.
double
so
of
that
the
one
year.
has to feel good. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited
Ryan
like a lot of guys
Nolan,
do.
who
and
has
pull off the baseball.
finally
Really good
got
time
here in
all
this
the way through the
series.
swing, and the barrel was so on
Starts
plane with
things
the
off
ball.
with a bang
Easy
here in the
drive
bottom
into
of the
gap for that
7th.
double.
Seth Brown.
With a
getting
double
ready to
there.
hit.
Matthew Bonds warming up. And Tim Mazur warming up. Seth Brown, he's 0-2 today.
And fouled off.
Fouls that off. Seth Brown, of course, hoping to cash
Stands in
in
second with no outs.
a big run. Who's on second right now.
Fastball for a strike.
And a big out there.
Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double.
8 strikeout for Matthew Boyd.
Abraham Toro up next for the A's.
Toro hit double in his last segment.
A high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
One out and a runner at second. Here, the bottom of the 7th.
Fouls that off. Now it's an 0-2 count. He's looking to get big out here in the bottom of the 7th. Man still on second base. They have a 2-run lead.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Here's the 0-2. And a ground ball to first. Down the line,
foul.
and it's foul.
That would have advanced the runner.
And a runner at second.
And it's a hit up the middle. That will get a run. Kima throws at the plate, but not in time. And the Oakland Athletics down by 1. Polo comes through with a beautiful single up the middle.
And he usually wins the battle.
One down, runner at first. Logan Davidson up next for the A's. And time
Here
is called
comes
for Mount
Pete
Visit
Walker.
now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over.
Now deciding here. And they elect to keep Matthew Boyd.
Your base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That's it. Well, foul. And Oakland almost retook the lead with that big hit. Logan Davis is 0-2 with a strikeout and a ground out. 1 out here with a man on first. Hits it right up the middle.
Could be an easy 2.
Oh no, bad throw. Kiva gets it. And because of that error, it will put men on the corner. An E1 error by Matthew Boyd.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Darryl Hernandez. 1
And
for 3.
here comes the manager. And they will bring in
Here comes the skipper.
the
and
strong
we're going to see a pitching
reliever
change in this
in
spot.
Matthew Barnes. As Matt Boyd's day is done with men on the corner. 1 out.
Now Matt Barnes takes over.
Matt Barnes
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for
hasn't
themselves.
given up any
Late
earned
and
runs.
close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same
Because
time,
these
there's a
two
reason
men
they're
on the
put in these
corners would go
situations.
against Matthew Boyd. So Matt Barnes coming in, possibly to get a double play out here to end the inning. As Oakland has a man 90 feet away from tying this game.
Right field
It's
down the
deep,
line. And
but
that one
foul.
slices down.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move.
Popped
and he
up.
pops up the squeeze. He
A
makes
hit
the
run,
catch,
but
and there's 2 down.
failed.
Well, he gave the bunt a
With
shot
that
there, but
bunt.
not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys
And a
rush,
big
they
out
pop
here.
up, be bunted right back at a position player.
Men on the
So 2 down
corner,
now.
like I
And here
said,
is
Oakland down
Miguel
by
Andujar.
1. Miguel
On the
hits it right to
ground,
third.
Devers
Devers plays it
fires
and
across the
just in
diamond.
time
They
to
limit the
brag.
damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit.
Abraham
It's now a
Torres
3-2 ball game.
Oakland
You're
close
watching Major League Baseball on the show.
as the Jays, after 7 innings of play, has a 3-2 lead.
And we're back. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Luis Guerrero is 2 for 3 with a home run
31
today.
years old, and he found
Kelly.
his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. The right-hander back
Stop
to
the
work.
inning.
Out front with the swing,
And a big
that is
strike.
strike 1. Movement in the bullpen.
Alexander
Lucas
still
Erceg
warming up.
getting ready to go.
Louis Gerson also warming up. But right now
the
they're
0-1.
going with the reliever and Kelly.
Foul ball there.
Kelly pitched a good inning in the 7th. hoping to keep things going to give Oakland a chance.
Swing and a miss.
And a big drop third
And
strikeout.
the drop third strike leads to the first out.
Well, take a look at the
Second
three-pitch
strikeout
sequence
for
here.
Kelly.
Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect the bat.
Mauricio
Right
swings
there.
out a
Clearly
real
he was in
bad
swing
pick
mode,
for
but all
the
you can
drop
do is
third
hope to foul that
strikeout.
off.
Vladimir
Guerrero
Guerrero Jr. now at
has
the
been
plate.
quiet
3
in this
flyouts
series.
already. He's 0 for 3.
He's going 4 in this
This
series.
to center field.
And he
Settles
will be
under it.
0-4 in today's
Makes the
game
grab,
with that
and
fly
there's
out
2
to
away.
the center fielder. Kelly so far doing his job, keeping this a
Bo Bichette
one-run
up to the dish.
game. Bo Bichette, who's 0-3 so far.
Center
He
field.
will fly
Reeves
that out
under this
to
one.
the center fielder for the third and
Corrals
final
it.
out.
And that'll do it.
And so Kelly has done a great job pitching 2 scoreless innings to keep the game out, 1-run game with the Jays up 3-2 going into the bottom of the 8th.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Yuri Ruiz.
Tim Mesa still one up, or Bond starts the inning,
Ground ball to
gives
middle,
up a
that's
single.
base hit.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when
Reeves
the team
gets
needs you
on
to
base
come through.
again.
It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have
A
liked,
dangerous
but
batter,
that's a good
J.D.
approach
Davis.
paying off.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, you're the bottom half of the 8th inning. Not
Let
close
that
to
one go.
And it's 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
1-2 count now. Matthew Bonds trying to keep his ERA at 0. Davis fouls that off to keep himself alive at the plate with a 1-2 count with a man on first with none out here.
Swing and a
And
miss.
Bonds
Struck him
gets a
out.
big strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
And with lefties up,
New pitcher
Tim
now
Mesa
for the
will come
Jays,
in.
Tim Mesa.
Well,
But
the
that will
best
be it for
relievers love
Matthew
the
Bonds.
opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Carlo, who's been struggling this season, hoping to do a big job by cashing in the possible tying run on
Tyler
first.
Soderstrom. And the first pitch misses for ball
Soderstrom
one.
is 0-3 so far. Swings and fouls that off to make the count 1-1. Jays looking for a strikeout or a possible
Just
double
missed.
play here.
Lay off that pitch down.
Good layoff pitch there by Tyler.
Swings and misses.
Hard swing, misses.
2-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in
Mesa
the zone. If
looking
you
to
look
get a
down,
big
you're
out
gonna be
here.
chasing stuff in the dirt.
Chop to first.
Just
and he
foul.
grabs it in foul ground.
Probably a good thing because that would have probably been a sure double
And the
play.
pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Seth Brown, I believe, is on deck.
And here it comes. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
We're having somewhat of a battle here.
Ground ball could be 2.
Bo makes a play, gets the
Off balance
first,
beat, there's 1.
and the
that's quick work
Jays
out of the
do
pen.
get
One
out the
batter,
inning with a
2
double
outs,
play.
Inning over.
They made it look
Some
easy, but it
Tim
started with a
Mesa
nice
does
feed to the
his
second
job.
baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
As the Jays perfectly get a defensive double
So
play
they turn
in
to
the
the
inning.
veteran pitcher in this spot, Scott Alexander.
Second game in
And
a row
compared to
for
a lot of
Scott
other relievers,
Alexander.
strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should
ERA
be
is
active.
2.68. Alexander
here's
did
the
his
DH,
job in
Brandon
yesterday's
Bell.
game by
The
not
outfield
giving up
shifted
any
pretty
runs.
heavily towards right field.
He will have a big foul here.
Now
Time called. Brandon Belt has called time. And once again, here comes Justin Turner.
Pinch hitter to lead it off. Justin Turner.
Justin Turner failed to get on base in yesterday's game. And it was against Alexander.
Chance to collect himself now as he asks for time.
And of course, as you can see, Brad Hand once again warming up. Probably going to bring him in to try to close out this game. Jays still have a 1-run lead.
Here's a high chopper.
Turner will ground to the shortstop for the first big out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Alexander doing a great job on the mound.
And here is Devers.
Devers, he failed to get on base today, is 0-3. They electing to keep this lefty-on-lefty matchup going. That's it. Well, foul.
Left-hand hitter waits. And ball one.
High pitch.
Oakland's bullpen has
Easy
movement.
layoff.
Austin Adams getting loose out there. Ersing also getting ready. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth.
Alexander has a big chance for a second out here.
Next offering in there
Davis
for a strike.
swings
And the
late.
count is 1-2.
1-2 count now to Rafael Devers, who's 0-3 today. Alexander looking to get a big second out here in the top of the ninth. Fouls that off. Jays currently have a 3-2 lead in this game. Looking to win the series today. Alexander, of course, trying to give Oakland a chance in the bottom of the ninth.
Swings through that
Late
one. It's a
swing
strikeout.
and gets him to take that bad one. And Devers fails to get on base for the fourth time.
Digs in now.
Dalton
Not looking like
Varsho
they'll be
is 1
adding
for
any
3.
insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
On the ground, right
Varsho
side.
grounds out,
Throws to first.
and
That is
Oakland,
that. Nothing across here
Alexander,
this
and the
half.
defense
6,
does a
7,
big
8 scheduled
job to
start
give them a
the bottom
chance.
of the ninth. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the A's 2.
And with this being the bottom of the ninth,
Back here in the East Bay. So bottom of the ninth. And now the first baseman, Ryan Noda.
Noda, who finally got a big hit
Out of the bullpen for the
in
Jays,
the
Brad
sixth
Hand.
inning.
Well, he's the guy they hope to
Well,
turn to
have
out of
to
the pen
face
to lock
Brad
down wins. So this
Hand.
game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Brad Hand looking for his
Pitch. And that's a little bit high.
19th
Ball
save. Currently at 18 with Chase Earl leading the save department at 21.
Just missed.
0-2. And being really good at the plate so far.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Ryan Noble, I should say. And trying to get a big
the
out
tying
here.
run on base. Comes up
Big
empty.
strike
That's
there.
strike 2.
2-2 count now.
Swings and
And
misses.
big out
Struck
by
him out.
Hand.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing
Jays
to
2
pile
outs
on. His
away
confidence
from winning
level
this
has
series.
got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
Ryan swung earlier for the strikeout.
So now a pinch hitter, Aledmys Diaz.
And
Diaz,
this is a
who was in
big at-bat
yesterday's
coming,
game,
Booth. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one.
Diaz is
Trying to close out a
218.
1-run lead. Yeah, the home team trying to pull
And
it
the
out.
batting average
Bounce to the
grounds
right.
right to
That one
Snyder.
handled.
Snyder usually
In
handles
plenty of time
that
to first,
for
and
the
there are
big
2 outs.
second out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So they're down to their final out. Abraham Toro, the next to hit.
Toro, 2 for 3 today, trying to keep Oakland up from
Swings through
losing
that
this
one.
series.
0-1.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Oakland
Guerrero drifts
Toes
towards it.
has just popped
And
out
he's got it. Ball
to
game.
give the
And the
Jays
Blue Jays
the
hold on to
series
win a
win.
tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
another
Great
tight
pitcher's
game.
duel in this one. You get to a certain
But
point
the
where
Jays
each pitcher is trying to outdo the other,
got
go a
the
little
win.
bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few
Brad
key
Hand
at-bats.
gets
This
his
was a fun one to
19th
watch.
save of the year. And Matthew Boyd will get his 6th win in a row. As we see some of the highlights in today's game between the Blue Jays and the Oakland Athletics, a big double play in the bottom of the 8th there, and Brad Hand does his job on the mound again to get his 19th save as we once again look at Vlad Guerrero gain the 3rd and final of the game to give the Jays a 3-2 win over the Oakland Athletics. Matthew Boyd put 6 1/3 of an inning. He would have loved to do 7 innings, but instead he only did 6 1/3 innings. He gave up 7 hits. He allowed 2 earned runs, but he did manage 8 strikeouts. Paul Blackburn fall to a 4-7 record. He pitched 6 innings. He gave up 6 hits. He got a couple of strikeouts. As I said, Blackburn not known for his strikeouts, but he does get a couple today. But he gave up 3 earned runs, all 3 to the Blue Jays, which it was enough for the Blue Jays to get that 3-2 win over the Athletics. The Nobles today, though, a little bit better for Oakland. Not much better, but better. Oakland had only a couple no hitters in yesterday's game. Today they have 4. Rizzo goes 3 for 4 with a double, and he scored a run. Abraham Torres does way better today as he finishes 2 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Darrell Hernandez coming into this series for the first time, finished 1 for 4. Ryan Noel, who has struggled most of this series, does get a big double. Finishes a 1 for 4 with a double and a run. No votes for the Blue Jays. Fortunately, Vlad was 0-4 today. 0-5 in this series against Oakland. We'll probably see him in the next game. Dalton Barstow is 1-4. Got on base for the first time in this series. Luis Guerrero does alright as he goes 2 for 4 with a home run and a 3 RBI game, getting all 3 runs in for the Blue Jays, doing his matchless job as the first batter of the Blue Jays lineup. Kevin Kiermaier, he goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs, and even though you don't see it on the screen, the other notable Blue Jay is Brandon Belt, who, even though he only got on base 1 time, extends his hitting streak to 12 games. Kevin Kiermaier is today's player of the game, and the Jays will a tight one here to win this series. The Jays with a 3-2 win will look for the next game to get the sweep over the struggling Oakland Athletics. Once again, the Blue Jays win this one over the Oakland Athletics 3-2, gaining their 51st win of the year. This has been an episode of Blue Jays Baseball on MLB The Show 24 from Jokers of Us Gaming with Chris, John, and myself, the One True Joker. We thank you for watching today's episode and see you on the next one. Until then, this is the One True Joker with a 3-2 win for the Blue Jays over the Oakland Athletics, officially signing out. See you next time on MLB The Show 24.